We rolling? Awesome. What is going on, guys? And welcome back to a new video. And man, oh man, it's been a minute. I feel like I've been saying this quite a bit recently. Well, recently, every time I made a video, I keep saying the same thing. But yeah, back to the rice bucket videos. So we have tournaments coming up, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of an idea of what I'm weighing in at, where I'll be competing, where can you see me, and just kind of go over through the details on the upcoming months, so to say, especially next month. Next month is a very big month. But I don't know if you can hear my voice. I'd have to see after I check the footage. However, I am sick. I am not feeling well. I've had this I don't know if you'd call it a cold, maybe a seasonal cold, where stuffed nose at night, dry throat, headache, head's throbbing a little bit. And yeah, I ran into a weird situation as well, because yesterday I had a flight, which my flight test is booked for Friday. Today I'm filming, it's 2 days away. And when I came back down from my flight, my ears never popped. And that's when it really hit me that I'm actually sick. So for like 3 to 4 hours, I'm talking to people and I can barely hear out of my ears. It feels like my ears have filled up with water and there's nothing I can do. Okay, but before we get into the details of what is going on, I'm ripping up some kombucha. I don't know if you guys have tried this stuff before. We've been recently getting it at Costco from Kirkland. And I'm honestly a huge fan. But because I'm about to go hit up a workout, I figure, because I'm sick, I'm gonna throw some creatine, monohydrate of course, in my kombucha. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. We have some grape flavored creatine in ginger lemonade kombucha. So let's give this a shot. Oh no, I forgot about that. The fizz, that's not bad. So call that a pre-workout drink at best. Okay, so let's get into the details. So we are currently 3 weeks out, 5 weeks out, and 6 weeks out. 3 weeks out from a tournament here in British Columbia on the mainland in Burnaby. We'll get into the details in a sec. 5 weeks out from a super match with baby hands. For those who know, I am going up against a very large, strong man. And then, of course, Orlando, Florida, November 22nd, East versus West Challenger Series. I'm not competing at Challenger Series. I mean, that'd be the goal, possibly. But there's a tournament the day prior to the Challenger Series on the Friday. I had just messaged Chance, because he's the one throwing on the event, just for some details, because I'm literally about to book my flight ticket. And I don't know. I just kind of want to know some details about the tournament. Tournament upcoming November 2nd. I have the details right here. If there's anybody who wants to come and watch, I'm going to show you the address as we speak. It's located at the Lockdale Community Hall, 490 Sperling Avenue. Butcher's House of Pain. No, wait a minute. Whoa, no. Okay, let's scrap that. So the weigh-ins are Friday. Never mind, scrap that again. That was correct. So the address I had just given you, Lockdale Community Hall, that's where the tournament's happening. There was a different address for the weigh-ins for the day prior. So let's leave it at that. Let's just call it Vancouver, even though it's going to be in the Burnaby area. Weight classes, amateur right and left, 65 kilograms, 70, 75, 80, 90, 90 kilogram plus. Women's, of course, open right and left. Masters, 40 and over. Open right and left. I think this is what I'll be competing in. 70 kilogram, 80 kilogram, 90 kilogram, 90 kilogram plus. That's it. That is it. So this means, excuse me, there are no 95 kilogram, 100 kilogram, 105, 110. No. It's whoever shows up that's heavier than me, I'll be going up against. And to put it in perspective, here in British Columbia, we have several national champions. We have champions from Ukraine, Russia. We have we just have a ton of talent here. So how will I do? Well, it's interesting. I'm gonna weigh myself. I have a scale right here. I'm gonna weigh myself. I'm gonna show you guys. Right now we are looking at 11:51 in the morning. Let's call it noon. And you know what? Just for sake, I'm gonna take my shirt, my hat, and my mic off. Weigh myself right now. just to give the most realistic weight possible. Keep in mind, I obviously have some socks and joggers on, but I'm trying to give you guys a close estimate of how much I actually weigh. We do know that I'm going to be competing in the 90 kilogram plus class, but here is my weight. I'm just hoping this floor is even. Ooh. Oh, my hips. Ooh. It says 205 pounds. I guarantee you that's wrong because I've weighed myself, I think 2 days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, and I was sitting around 217. So something isn't right here. Let's try right here maybe? If so, this is extremely concerning. There we go. 213.2. What the hell, man? Okay, so let's go with the weight that this is telling me right now. Keep in mind it's the morning, I've barely eaten food. I think by the end of the day, after I smack down a bunch of food and have all my supplements and do what I gotta do, I should be probably sitting around 215, 216-ish. 213.2 is what we are gonna go with. When I did weigh myself here, keep in mind I am on a carpet and I was sideways. So I have to truly find where the actual, the best place to weigh myself in the house because oh my God, I hope that audio caught up here. Let me re-explain because I didn't have a mic on me. But yeah, obviously, as I was saying, you can probably hear me in the background. I'm on a carpet right now and the scale was sideways. So I have to just find the best place on the floor to actually weigh myself. But yes, 213.2 pounds in the morning. I've had a couple waffles, a little bit of water. So yeah, I think maybe by the end of the day, I'll probably be sitting around 215 to 216, depending on fluids, foods. So let's just call it when I wake up in the morning, like completely empty, 212? 212? Maybe that's good. 212, which is very good for me. Very, very good for me. So 212, let's just see where I stack up then in that weight class. If we do 90 kilograms, so 90 times 2.2, 198 pounds minus 212. So my morning weight, I am roughly 6.5, 7 kilograms heavier than the weight class. Kind of cool, but I do know there are some heavyweight guys. We're talking like 250, 260 pound guys I'll be competing against. So all that to say that I'm probably gonna do good. I think I'm gonna do well. Am I going to place? Honestly, it just depends on who shows up. I don't think I'll place just based off I'm like on the lighter side, kind of the 90 kilogram plus. If this was like 100 kilogram, 110 kilograms, or 110 kilo plus, I think I'd be okay. But the fact that it's extremely wide open, chances are maybe not on my side, but I think I'm gonna do well. So anyways, entry fees for this tournament, for amateurs is 20 bucks, Canadian of course. And open $40 an arm. I think I'm gonna do both arms. My left's gonna get smoked, but at least I'll be able to do it in a tournament setting. Then we are moving on to November 16th. I have a super match against Baby Hands. I have kind of talked about this a bunch. I have a meeting tonight for a venue for the super match that I'll be holding here on Vancouver Island. I'm hoping all goes well. I don't even know what the venue is. I'm just supposed to be meeting up with someone who can get me a place. I'm just praying that all goes well. So November 16th, I have a match against Baby Hands. He is a 260-pound monster of a press. Well, he good in the hook, good top roll, good press, but very good press would be his thing. And that's where I need to be the sharpest because I've never really done extremely well against pressers, especially against someone who's super heavyweight. And then we have the Orlando tournament. And unfortunately, I don't really have any news on this tournament. All I know, and here, let me check my Instagram as we speak, because I did message Chance. Oh no. Please don't book your flights. Posting tonight, but the event is canceled. Wow. That's a big one. Because I messaged Chance prior to this video. I said, hey, man, will there be a post somewhere where I can find details on the tournament that'll be on Friday? I am booking my flights this week. He says, please don't book, posting tonight, but the event is canceled. That's a big one. Okay. That's interesting, dude. So I'm like, what the fuck? That's crazy. Huh. I'm gonna have to break the news to my girlfriend. That's kind of a weird one, man. Okay. That is, wow. Okay, so we had booked hotels in Orlando. Fortunately enough, we actually had won a trip to Orlando. Not won a trip, but we had a 3-day coverage in Orlando for hotels. And so we booked it during this time because it'd be perfect for the tournament, but now the tournament's canceled. So now I'm genuinely curious. Do I just cancel the trip? Do we do something else? Do I just message maybe it's like Sarah Backman, Alex Toproll, any of these guys, and maybe get a practice in? So as of now then, November 2nd is the big one. I know there is an event. I'm going to check here on the website. No, I don't know if it's done. It's not on the website anymore, but there was a tournament. I believe it was somewhere around December 7th in Alberta. And that would have been a big one. I think it's in Red Deer. So that was the original one I was going to compete for. I was going to like actually prep. But now that I have the news, I think November 2nd is where it's going to be honest. I'm going to have to figure that out. I'm going to make a whole different video on that and kind of talk about it later. But that literally is just news as we speak. So I'm shocked because now this event that I was looking forward to just got canceled. Yeah. So I'm going to come up with a game plan. We're going to figure it out. It's all good. I think we're still going to go. We do have the option as well because for the trip that we had actually won, we had Arizona, I believe, was one spot. Vegas was the other, but I've already competed at Vegas. So for me to do this again, it'd be fun, but I don't think it's appropriate. So do we cancel Florida? Do we go to, do we cancel Florida instead of Orlando? We go to maybe Arizona? Do we go to Vegas? I think we're still going to keep Florida, but that's huge news, man. Wow, okay. Anyways, I'm done talking about it. So as of now, we are 3 weeks away, 5 weeks away, and then 0 weeks away before the holidays. So I'm just going to come up with a new plan. That's exciting to me. It's wild. Anyways. But yeah, I think I'm going to drop the video there. I don't really have too much else I want to talk about currently. Maybe I can mention a couple things, I guess. Recently, I had purchased a couple cables for live streams. So I wanted to set up an HDMI into my computer and then film like legit live streams, maybe like this, maybe here, maybe in the studio, where I can get some really good footage because I've been using my MacBook camera and it's been okay, to say the least. It's been okay. But I want to bring the live streams up to a different level. Like I want to make it so sick. Nothing like what you guys are usually saying. I just want to make it different and awesome. But then I plugged in the equipment and nothing changed. So, excuse me, do you guys know how to live stream? Is there anybody who watches my videos who's done this before where do you just plug it into your computer, go on YouTube, and then instead of webcam, you click on camera or something? Or do you have to use something like StreamYard, OBS? Is there like a program you have to use? Because when I plugged in my camera, I plugged in the HDMI to like some type of adapter, I plugged it into my computer, and then I went onto my YouTube and I hit YouTube Live, going live, but it wouldn't let me switch my actual webcam to my camera. It's like it didn't exist. So if there's anybody who watches my videos, could you please help me? And if so, DM me on Instagram. It's just my name, Keanu McGill, and it'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll shout you out if you can help me out because I just want to make fucking awesome live streams. Also too, I do want to give a shout out. I did a couple live streams recently, and I've started to have some super chats. And listen, I'm not going to sit here and brag. I think that's just it's an amazing thing. It hasn't been much. I'm very thankful. But in return, when I've got the super chats, I'm just like, yo, do you guys want to listen to some banger music? So I was throwing on some like Tupac, Metallica, and then my whole stream just gets demonetized. But you know what? I don't care because if you guys are actually going to be donating me money, then screw the whole monetization thing. We're there to have a good time, have some fun. It could be arm wrestling oriented, whatever you guys want. We're just gonna send it. So I thought I would bring that up. Extremely interesting. But yeah, I guess for the tournaments though, just to let you know how I'm feeling very good. I feel like my hand is very strong, like extremely strong. A couple things I want to work on in the next couple weeks: internal pressure, maybe a little bit of table time. Nothing too crazy. I don't want to hurt myself. And then I'm also trying to figure out how I'm going to peak when it comes to the tournament. Like, do I go super heavy and then the week before just stop? Do I go super heavy and then just do band work maybe for 3 to 4 days? Because I am very prone to getting a lot of, not injury, but I get a lot of pain on that tendon that's just before my bicep. And so it requires a little bit more recovery than average. So I just don't want to come into like the week before the tournament or my super match, and I'm just getting a lot of pain there. And then I have to like hopefully just be hopeful that it fixes itself before the match, because once I start arm wrestling, it's fine, but going into a match or a tournament with that pain, it's definitely something I want to completely avoid. So yeah, and I think that's it. I know I said I wouldn't mention it prior. I know I said I was done talking about it, but my flight test is officially booked for this Friday. As I'm filming this video, it's Wednesday, October 16th. Flight test is booked. Like, I'm telling you, it's booked for the 18th. There's only one caveat, just like every single time. The weather's nice here right now, so we're good. But if the weather, for some reason, just shits tomorrow, and the person that was supposed to do their flight test tomorrow gets canceled, then they actually are going to take over my spot on Friday, and then mine gets rebooked. But then I also have to rely on weather. So theoretically speaking, tomorrow and Friday have to be just good weather, and the person has to do their flight test tomorrow. So yeah, big update there. My flying is officially done. The only way I'm gonna fly more is if my flight test just keeps getting pushed and pushed and pushed. Then at that point, I'm gonna go up and do a couple flights just to refresh, not be so rusty. But man, we're here. We're here. It's been years. It's years. 2.5 years now coming on this license, and I'm just so sick of talking about it. I want to get this done. I want to film some content. I want to travel. I want that excitement. I want to bring my girlfriend on the plane. I want to see her reaction. There are just so many cool things that I want to do with this, and I just feel like I make a bigger deal of what it is. And it's also one of those things too. When you put so much pressure on something, it just seems like it never ends. Or when you think about something so much, you just put more pressure than what it really needs to be. That's kind of been what's happened the last, I would maybe call it 8 months to a year, where I talk about it so much and I try to make it not seem like a big deal, but I'm making it seem a lot worse than what it really is. And it's out of my control, man. It's out of my control. The only thing I can do is literally just, study, try to be prepared, practice stuff here, and get ready for the test. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. I'm going to be slapping a pre-workout here in the very, very near future. But I guess to wrap up the video, man, we got one tournament, one super match coming. Orlando was canceled. Flight test booked Friday. I will obviously be filming much more content post the pilot's license. I mean, I don't need to explain myself for that, but yeah. And I do have some news coming in the near future, but we got a couple things to sort out, and we'll go from there. For the live streams, if you do see me live on YouTube, seriously, just pop in, come say hi, see what's up. They're good. It's a good time. It's honestly a good time, and it's probably a little bit different than most people streaming. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please, a free way to support the channel, like the video, consider subscribing, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.